on, Glay. And we live with the
Sick.
Oh yeah? Okay.
Glay, we live.
What's understood don't need to be said, Glay.
We live, baby. Hold on, let me hang my bag up. I like this to be clean right here.
What's understood don't need to be said, man. That's the word I know.
What's the word, Glay?
The word I know is what's understood don't need to be said.
Man, there it go. There it go. Hold up, and in the background, yeah. So I don't know if y'all know. Do you even peep like sometimes when I got the videos on in the background?
I mean, yeah, I see them.
Yeah, this is us riding. If it ever starts, this is us riding through Miami, man. So this is something that I like, a new hobby that I feel like I'm getting ready to start enjoying, which is riding through and having the camera, like having this little, what is this, a DJI action? Mm-hmm. I have the other attachment and I just clip it on to the bike.
Yeah.
Like this little attachment.
Yeah.
You clip it onto the bike or you clip it onto anything. And it's just dope quality. You just get to go along with the ride, bro. Put some music behind it that is licensed, that you can license. And then just do that, man.
Yeah, it's a couple shows I've gotten to know an area because of that.
Really?
Yeah, like Brickell Key.
Yeah.
Way back, there was a guy who did a video like that, and I just watched it.
Yeah.
So I could understand what the hell I was moving into.
Bro, yeah, it's cool, you know, like just little videos like that. Not necessarily talking. It's like it's I think Maya coined it background vibes, or we were talking about it. I don't know.
Yeah.
Hold on. Finn said, "Can I sort those cables out at the back?" Yeah, the thing about it is, it's not a cable. It's just the cord to the fan. But these ones, let me see.
Little internet joke.
Gotta be careful. These are the internet.
Yeah, Finn wants that clean look. Come on, Glay. I feel him.
No.
Hold on now hold on, Glay. Now you up there with the pull-ups. This is far from just. This is far from that.
Hold up. See, now I'm obsessed with it. Hold on. My bad, man. This is the cord to the fan, man. My bad. Matter of fact, hold up. This is a good time to talk about it. This is a great time to talk about it. We moving, bro.
It look better, Glay.
Oh, it looks better?
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah,
well, it's gonna look real better.
Now.
Yeah, I don't know what happened. It's the bots. But
now, I've seen what you sent me. But I wanted to address you face to face, and I wanted you to tell me what's going on. Bro.
That's the new studio, bro.
Damn, nigga.
That's the new studio. As of February 2nd, that's the new studio, bro. I told you this is, excuse the language, this is my fucking year, bro.
Oh, you going all in?
Yeah. Either by the end of the year, we gonna be on Star Island or I'm gonna be on somebody's couch. One or the other. Either one or the other. That's the energy, bro.
Damn, Glay. Okay.
Yeah, that's the new studio. So hurry up and get down here, bro.
Now, how close is that to you? Now,
let me actually see. Can I use this as a camera? Hold on. Can you use I think there's a way to use this as a camera, but I would just take this other camera, but the cables, I don't feel like doing all that. But it's literally, how can I do this? How can I show y'all?
It's in that building?
It's on the other side of that wall.
Oh, it's next door.
Yeah, it's on the other side of that wall.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so hold on. Let me share the video with them.
Yeah.
Nah, or just let them see it when they see
We're gonna pop out. We're gonna dress it up. We're gonna get
Yeah, that's
fly.
what I'm saying. Like,
We're gonna do like Joe Budden did his 10-year anniversary show. We're gonna do the balloons. You know what I'm saying? We're gonna dress up.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? We're gonna,
Yeah. I got a text saying, oh, yeah, I got a text. Maya said, don't show it for your safety.
I feel that. Okay.
Nah, she worried. Well, yeah, because we've been to talk about them boys today. So nah. Hey, yo. Nah, we actually kind of are, man. We actually kind of are. But let's say what's up to everybody real quick, man. Mm-hmm. Finn started off, God is good until better is good until better is required, and good is no longer enough. Ooh!
How the fuck he know Boss Shoe said that?
Hey, Glay!
Yo, Finn, you might have to go ahead and relocate, man. You really one of the guys, bro.
Tell him who Bob Shoop is.
Damn, Bob Shoop, the coach from college, bro.
Yeah, that's one of them ones, man.
Coordinator.
So shout out to Coach Shoop, man. Coach Shoop and I, that's my guy, man. We get into it, everything. That's just my guy, and he single-handedly, bro. Did I ever tell you that when I went up for the Giants workout, I was talking to Dave Merritt, the safety coach over there, and it was a workout, and I don't know, we had just like got done catching punts or something like that. And he said, yeah, I got your film, man. Like we you know, they try to gas you up. We're going to try to get you. You know, they try to like, no, you're going to sign me as a free undrafted free agent. Like, stop lying. Yeah, yeah, this is the first go around. Okay. This is while I'm still at William and Mary. And I went up there and he's, you know, he's like, yeah, we're going to try to get you. We're going to try to get you. I'm like, all right. So then he's like, he saw you. He said, I saw your highlight. And I was like, oh, you, my agent sent it over to you? And he said, nah. He said, we got it from some Coach Shoop. And I said, you got my film or you spoke to him? Because I'm thinking like, you spoke to my DB coach. He said, nah, he sent the tape, you know, gave some information on you and stuff like that. So he was sending the tape out without even telling me. Without even telling me, Glay, just sending it out, trying to, you know what I'm saying? He just, Shoop is that guy, man. Shout out to Bob Shoop. But Finn heard me say it probably in another video. But yeah, you know, good is good until better is required. Bro.
I can say at the time, I wasn't the biggest
Shoop fan
at the time, but he has done so much, not a little. He's done so much outside of sports with dealing with other people that it erases any experience I personally had with him, because I've watched him pull teammates to Penn State. I've seen him when he went to Vanderbilt. He pulled people. You just gave me his story. Like, he's definitely a very solid guy. Regardless of my experience, he's done enough good out there where I don't even give a damn what I've experienced. It seems like he's a very, 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 if you're one of his guys, he's going to go there.
And I think that's what it is.
Yeah.
If you're one of his guys,
he'll take it to the max.
Yeah. And him and I, obviously he was a DB coach. So I had more relations with him. Yeah,
I couldn't really be his super guy.
Yeah. In my situation, you could look at it like, well, yeah, if he elevates you, then that's kind of like he gets to take credit for. You know what I mean? You could look at it like that. It doesn't matter. I've had a lot of coaches that didn't do anything.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying? Yeah. Like, so it did, I didn't even look at it like that. But yeah, he definitely has brought people along. He's probably one of the most ambitious and passionate person that I've ever been around about anything. Like how much he cared about football. I wish that I cared about anything as much as that. Like anything.
Yeah, the way he broke down, you know, I think the way he would just understand football, I was too young to understand football at that capacity, to be honest with you.
Yeah.
Because I've just always been more athletic than everybody my size.
Yeah.
So I haven't been required to really understand it the way he was required to understand it, because he's not using athletics. And so when I've seen as I've gotten older, and then when you do think about those nostalgic times, you put together like, yo, he really had that shit down to a math equation, down and distance, hash marks, understood so much of it. Okay, Maya, I see you in the back.
Hey, I was about to say, I got to fast forward. This you gonna get mad at me. She working on the squats. Hold up, man. Let me. She working on the squats, man. Getting a little lower. She working on her form. But yeah, go ahead.
Yeah, so just being able to see how he had that stuff broken down, that's genius, man. And then even from there, he really kind of paved the way for Joe Brady, obviously where he at. And then Joe Brady brought everybody, nigga, half of that offense, half of the
Buffalo
offense
Bills.
are the Bills are all William and Mary.
Yeah.
And Sean McDermott is obviously William Mary, but Joe Brady, when you sent me that, I was like, yo, really Shoop started that. It wasn't Joe Brady. Joe Brady continued running that. But Shoop started this thing of kids wanting to become college football players. And when he had an opportunity, he was picking up the phone and calling his people.
Coaches, the coaches.
He wasn't calling nobody else.
Yeah.
And that to me is hats off to him. He's changed a lot of lives, whether you are a player, whether you are a coach. And I wish we gave him a lot more love and attention from William and Mary as we should. You know, I mean, I understand Joe Brady, obviously he's unmatched with what he's done, but like who really paved the way for Joe Brady to run?
No. That's two different. No.
What you mean?
Brady got it young, and it's funny. That's like the conference that I went to. Like it was based around the shoulders that you stand on to get to the position that you're in. Shoop set the foundation.
Yes,
right? You know what I'm saying? Like there's no comparison. I don't even want to compare the two.
Yeah,
Shoop set the foundation. Coach Shoop is the reason why that stadium is that stadium.
Yeah.
Let's be very clear.
Yeah.
We before he came, literally the year he came, we had the worst defense in school history.
Yeah.
Like 3 years later, we had the best defense in school history. Like there is none. And that's after he came from UMass and got a national championship over there and had
a natty over there.
Yeah, that's when he came to us. He had just won and he had James Ahedibu, the safety that played with the Jets. Like he had, he was the one. Nah, Shoop is the guy.
Yeah, he definitely Shoop crawled so Joe Brady. What's the say?
Yeah, Shoop done not that Shoop crawled so Joe Brady could run. Like Shoop done did all that, man. That boy would come out there with the knee injury. Like remember he'd be hobbling around. Because he had what was it? It was not to make fun of it, but what was it? Gout, right?
Oh wow, I don't remember.
Yeah, he had gout, but he and apparently the soda, like the Coke, he used to always drink Coke, and that used to bother it. But he used to still drink the Coke and just be out there. We'd be like, "Yo, what's up with him?" Like he looked like he broke his leg, and he's out there hobbling around. But we going off on a tangent. Our apologies. We just reminiscing a little bit.
We're just reminiscing, y'all.
And showing some love, man. We showing some love as people who are largely impacted us being here today. So
for sure.
All right, so let's see. It says, Finn said, don't think what is hard for you to master is impossible, but it is humanly possible. Consider it to be within your reach. I like that. Don't consider what is hard for you to master as impossible, but it is humanly possible, and consider it within your reach. Yeah, nothing's out of reach. Shout out to Michelle, man. Hey, when you step in, wipe your feet and click the like button. Yes, Michelle. Shout out to Michelle. She tapping in from Tennessee with the grandkids.
It might be cold out there if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah. Is it cold in Georgia right now?
Yeah, it's a little chilly. It ain't crazy, but we had a mean cold front 2 nights ago, and we still got that around right now, but it's chilly. So please believe your boy ready to make it downtown or down south where your boys is at.
Come on, man. Come on, baby. Come on, Glay. All right. Shout out to Big Bro Steve in the building. He who has overcome his fears will truly be free. 2026, man. Aristotle giving that wisdom that will definitely be applied in 2026. We shooting our shot all year, man. Good morning to all my homies, of course, man. Everybody tapping in. Let's see. We got Unk in the building, huh?
Vaughn said Coach K. You remember him?
So Coach K, that's one of my coaches that I grew up with in high school. So Coach Shoop and Coach K are totally different people. Coach K was one of those coaches that you have that just cares about you. Like he doesn't like, it's not about football. It's just, hey, I'm just a nice guy. I'm willing to hold the cards for the scout team. Like that was a Coach K. He truly cared about you. I don't even know how he made money because he gave away every single dollar. Like during school, he was also a teacher at the school. So he would just be giving away money. Like, yo, Dak, man, why don't you take her out to eat? You know what I mean? Like, take her out to eat. You know what I mean? He'd be like that. Like, take you and your friends out to eat. And yeah, literally. Yeah.
What?
Yeah.
Where's he at now?
Yo, that's a good question. He actually, it's a funny story. He grew up down the street from my mom's mother, my grandmother, my nan. Yeah. So Coach K was a real one, man.
Damn, we gotta find Coach K.
Matter of fact, what are some of the lessons, man? Drop in the chat some of the lessons that y'all learned from y'all coaches early on. And I think what BK alluded to earlier is important because a lot of times when it comes to coaching, just like parenting or maybe mentoring, a lot of times when you're going through it, you don't necessarily like these people. You know, Coach K is the type you're gonna love. Coach Shoot, you could go back and forth. Like you seen me and Coach Shoot go back and forth.
Yeah, I seen y'all.
Yeah, we used to go back at it. And but at the end of the day, we'd always come and be like, yo, my guy, man. Like, give me a hug, man. Yeah. But and shout out to Omni Stripe, yo. Shout out to Omni Stripe. So Omni Stripe is one of these people. When people ask, like, why are you reviewing the Nick Fuentes videos? Omni Stripe, he literally in the comment section of the video that I put up yesterday, bro, he was going through roasting everybody, like just going through, like just making sure, holding people accountable to standing on principles, bro, and calling out the BS. So yeah, Omni Stripe, man, definitely good to see you on the live show because I hadn't seen him on the live show before. But he's definitely active on the network. So shout out to Omni Stripe. Y'all welcome Omni Stripe to the channel, man. At least to the live show. So yeah, doing great. Michelle's babysitting again. Dope. All right, let me make sure. Who else we got in here? So yeah, once again, we had Unk in the building. Always tapping in, giving us some good energy. Michelle, Michelle, Robert, BK, our wonderful host, Grand Rising, and good morning to all. Yes, man. All right, we got Rob, we got Rob in the building. Yep, it's all show and everyone is an actor. All right, so Rob's bringing us back. Or Rob Guile. Yeah, we don't want George. Who was it, George yesterday? Calling us
fucking idiots.
They can't pronounce something, even though it wasn't spelled how it is. Yeah, whatever. So is this world a stage, man? Is this world a stage? That's the question that I ask. And then I got a lot of videos to kind of bounce back and forth of, it seems like everything is planned out, plotted well before we see it come to fruition. It reminds me of, you remember how they used to say like the iPhone was going to be like a projector and it was going to have all these features that we've never seen it come out with, but they probably planned that stuff like 20 years back, but then just slowly release it, like just drip the features out there.
I can see that.
All of this stuff seems like it's planned, Clay. All of it. And let me make sure I get through all of these. Hold on. Oh, shout out to big bro Robert in the building. Bread and circuses. Yeah. So we're going to get in. That's what everybody's on. Everybody sees the play. Shout out to Raven in the building. Hello, friend. I love your streams. It's so much amazing. I would love to join you and give you a great support as a loyal fan. Success will surely come your way. Add me on Discord. All right. Well, let's hold up. If you can, Raven, if you don't mind, would love for you to join our Discord. Let me actually put that link in the chat, if I may. Ooh, that's the wrong button. All right. So yes, please join the Raven. If you can, click the link, and anybody else who's interested, definitely join the Discord. Hold on. Hold on. I'm trying to make sure I catch up with all these things. I know I missed a couple. Hopefully I didn't miss anybody. But I know I'm not seeing all these messages. We got somebody who's just frustrated. We got a frustrated Eagles fan. It'd be like that sometimes. Yo, it's funny. Myron, all right, so no disrespect to GQ. I was actually going to ask you. I wasn't going to play this video, but I saw Myron put out a video talking about if you watch sports, like it's saying like, if you don't make a certain amount, like sports, pretty much just saying watching sports is a waste of time, but I don't know. I don't know. What do y'all do to unwind, man? I think you got to have some balance in there. Vons wrote, morning. Don't forget Coach K and Montclair was special. Absolutely. Absolutely. Shout out to Coach K in the building. All right. Can we move on? All right, there we go. Got to acknowledge. All right. So this world is a stage, bro. This world is a stage. And I want us to look at a couple events that are happening now, as well as going back to this clean break memo, this clean break strategy. I think we've referenced it before, but Glay, we didn't go through it since you've been on here. So it's like this clean break memo that pretty much set the plans like 20, 30 years ago for Israel to do everything that we see them doing now. So when we see what's going on with Iran right now, it's like, wait, this was all just a plan to figure out a way to cause some type of uproar, cause some type of chaos, so we can then slide in and have some type of influence. Everything that we see, it seems to be just yeah. So we're going to get into that. And,
so the Iran play might be a play?
Bro, everything. It highlighted, I think, 7 countries in which Israel would cause destruction and eventually build this greater Israel project. Excuse me. So we're going to get into that and kind of refresh our memories, because I think it's good to refresh our memories of a lot of these situations, because even when we're going through it, like you take 2020, for instance, like I don't think that we realized that we were completely like finessed in that situation. Like everything was just a play. That's what it seems like to me. I don't know how everybody's personal stance is. I don't want to get into, the jab too much, but just think about the propaganda, the fear mongering, the censorship that was used, all these different things in order to create whatever narrative they felt they needed to create to get us to just do what? To either take this, to be in fear, it's just a lot. It's a lot. So actually, as I'm thinking about that, now I want to go to this other video. Give me a second.
So you're saying that the moment of 2020, the situation was real, the way that it was handled and they responded to it wasn't?
I don't even think the situation was as real as people say. I'll be honest. And when I say I don't think the situation was real, I'm a firm believer in, if you think of something, like if you think you have a disease, like there's studies that they do with placebos, right? Have you ever heard of like the placebo effect?
Yeah. When you I remember saying where you test 2 things, but one could not be necessarily the product intentionally to get people's like unbiased perspective opinion, right?
Right. So let's say they'll give 2 different groups and they'll tell them that they're giving them all medicine, right? But half of the people they don't give a real medicine to, like it's just a fake pill pretty much. And a lot of these studies have shown that people, when they believe that they're taking the medicine, then it actually heals them at the same rate as the people that actually take the medicine. So when I look at that and relate it to 2020, it's like they convince people that, hey, if you get this, you're going to die from it. So now what is your mind focusing on? Now your mind is programmed to think like, oh, I got this disease. It's destroying me. It's killing me. Naturally, you're going to have more deaths. Now people will look at that and say like, oh, that's just like witchcraft. I don't even know what they will say. Like, that's just foolish. No, that's a fact. That's a real thing. It's a real thing, but people just tend to, I think, ignore a lot of it if it's not coming from, suit and tie, white coat, white papers, or all these other things. But so from that aspect, I think it was BS. I think when they're trying to, remember, they tried to say it came from some bats. They ignored the fact that they were actually doing this testing in a lab in Wuhan. And the testing was and pretty much it was a lab leak. I think it's pretty much accepted at this point that it was a lab leak. It didn't come from some farm. They were testing these type of diseases and the impact of them if they spread, that type of thing. You get what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. It's almost like bio warfare. So they're testing these things. And then when you hear people like Bill Gates talk, he's always talking about depopulation, how there's too many people on Earth. We see these things play out. And I think in the past, we just looked at them as like natural occurrences. But I don't believe in all that, bro. I believe that, I don't believe that. It's not that I'm so locked in thinking that, okay, this was on purpose, this was on purpose, this was on purpose. I just don't believe it was just a natural occurrence. I think that there was some type of human impact in a lot of these situations, bro. Even with the Maui fires, with a lot of these so-called natural disasters. I just don't believe that these aren't plays, bro. It's just hard for me to believe it. I mean, think about the biggest situations that have occurred in our lifetime and before. You know, from MLK. Oh, MLK got shot. And then in a civil trial, you find out that the government was held liable for that. JFK, all the things that have come out now recently about that. I think more people question what happened with JFK if you look into it and who was actually behind it. I don't think most people believe that Lee Harvey Oswald was the shooter. There's a lot of other influences around that. You look at 9/11. Well, the information didn't come out that the guy actually trained in America and our agencies were following these pilots. All of these different situations that seem to occur seem to have a lot more information around them than what they're portraying and giving to the public. So that's I'm very skeptical of all of these things. All of these things. So I'm gonna go ahead. Yeah.
Nobody had. So you saying that sickness wasn't real?
Well, think about it. How many people died from the flu that year? I wouldn't know. I'm gonna show you how I go down these. I'm gonna show you how I go down these deep dives, bro. I'm just gonna show you how I go down these deep dives, man. And sometimes it's right, sometimes it's wrong. But hold on, let me share my screen just so y'all could see what my method is. So let's see.
Shout out to Incognito.
Yeah, so
No, I'm saying shout out to Incognito.
Word. Shout out to Incognito. How many people show a graph? I'm gonna say show a graph. Show me a graph of the deaths from the flu compared to COVID in 2020 and 2021. Let's see. They got to be a little careful with this one, I see. And the point that I looked this up a while ago. Hopefully the information matches my recollection. But I realized that the number of, so look at this. You see that? Mm-hmm. It said flu deaths were low. The number of flu deaths pummeled. So there was no flu really. So in my mind, that was just the strain of the flu that year. But they hyped it up and created so much around it that it turned into something like that. To me, that was just a psychological test that they were doing. That's how I look at it. Like, yo, let's see what we could do with this. Where people, they're coming in. I heard stories about people who had like motorcycle accidents that they would test for COVID and then list it as a COVID death. So that's just based on a lot of me looking into it. You go down a lot of these rabbit holes. But when I looked at it, I'm like, oh, wait, well, there was no flu. So pretty much they created this buzz around what I thought was just another strain of the flu because they eliminated the flu that year when there was COVID. But look at all the like y'all doing all this to figure out, like, you know what I'm saying? Like ChatGPT knows, they know that they playing games, but I'm like, you had no flu deaths. So where did all the flu deaths go? Like, did the flu just disappear and it was just the vid? Am I making sense in what I'm saying? Because I'm not sure if this is just DAC logic or if it's actually making sense.
Yeah, I hear what you're saying. Like the numbers conveniently matched a particular direction that was very abnormal.
Right. I think they just they sold it. They did a good job selling it. I mean, look at how they sell anything, bro. How they sell Ozempic, how they sell this, they just do. You create a problem, you create a buzz around it. You create a bunch of fear because fear is going to motivate people to take something more than anything else. You create some type of emotional pain point. You politicize it. So now it's like, even when you think about it, at the beginning of it, when Trump was still president in the beginning of COVID, this is something that a lot of people don't even pay attention to. Initially, Trump was the one pushing for the vaccine. And a lot of Democrats and liberals on their side were saying, like, you can't make a vaccine this quick. Like, Trump doesn't know what he's talking about. This is when Trump was saying the goofy stuff about like like putting sanitizer, like if you inject sanitizer. He was saying some crazy stuff. And the Democrats were against it. But then as soon as Joe Biden got in office, I think it's either the day or the second day that he got in office, he was the one that then released the jab. And then all of the liberals and the mainstream news outlets that were more liberal leaning and Democrat leaning, they completely just switched. They went from not trusting this jab to being on board with it. And then the conservatives and Republicans, those were the ones that seemed to be questioning it. But it seemed, I think it was more like you had like the Joe Rogans, the Dave Smiths. It seemed to be like a fringe group of independent thinkers that were always looking at it like, yeah, this doesn't make any sense. So this is, look at, like, bro, ChatGPT is still, all right, so we don't even need to.
I'm about to say, did you get the unpaid subscription?
This is the paid, bro. Let me start. Hold on, I'm gonna start. Yeah, I don't know, bro. I don't know. This is the paid one. Let me
It's all good. I don't want to blow you off.
Yeah, it is what it is. Let me get rid of this. Let's get back to it. But my point being is that we forget so quickly. Like, we forget how they just play games with us. And then they just move on to the next one. And because everything's politicized, they already have the advantage of people immediately attaching themselves to it based on what side of the fence that they're on. So I'm going to show you a couple different videos. And maybe we'll start off with this video, which I think is kind of, it just kind of maybe sets a precedent for how a lot of these meta platforms, a lot of what X was before Elon bought it, how they're able to just pick and choose what's being put in front of us. So hold on, let me show this as an example. This is more of a recent one, and then we'll go through a bunch of them. And the next one after this, I'll show you that. Remember I was talking about that new camera angle of the Butler shooting with Donald Trump? We're going to look at a new angle of that, and you tell me if it's not a little bit of a weird behavior. But yeah, let's take a look at this video first. All right, put that up. All right, we need to be a little bit. There we go.
As part of a robust framework to combat anti-Semitism, we have...
And hold on, let me tell you who's talking. So this is Meta's, which is Facebook, Instagram, what is it, Threads too? What else is under Meta? I think it's just Facebook, Instagram, and Threads. WhatsApp. All right, so Meta's Jewish diaspora chief, Jordana Cutler. This is who's speaking. So you'll listen to her speaking.
What is that?
A diaspora? I think, what is a diaspora? A movement? Hold on. Let's look up the definition before I ain't gonna be describing it and have me looking crazy. But yeah, like a spread of people from their original homeland. Like, so people moving from their original homeland.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
As part of a robust framework to combat anti-Semitism, we have industry-leading policies designed with the safety of the Jew.
And see, this is what happens. This is, hold on. And I want to, hold on. This, and I'm not picking on Vons, but I don't even know what the context of it is. So Vons definitely explain this to me. But this is what happens. People, and Vons is in the medical industry. People will call them conspiracies.
To label,
like, people will label a lot of these things conspiracies, but to me, I see people that label everything a conspiracy. It's a laziness on a lot of people's part to do their due diligence and research. We become so accustomed to just hearing the story that the news people tell us, hearing what Anthony Fauci tells us. You know what's a conspiracy? That Anthony Fauci was up there as the quote unquote disease expert, infectious disease expert. And to my knowledge, Anthony Fauci never even took a fellowship, he never took fellowship training in infectious diseases, but he's being put in front of us as the infectious disease expert. He's never even treated these things. And on X, it was very clear. And matter of fact, the reason why Mark Zuckerberg came out and acknowledged and called out Joe Biden and Kamala Harris for forcing them to remove certain content that did not align with what the White House was presenting based on COVID. They had to remove from experts, Clay. So imagine you have an infectious disease expert on X who's giving information that contradicts or calls out a lot of the things that Anthony Fauci, who does not have infectious disease training. So the experts are calling out Anthony Fauci, but Kamala Harris and Joe Biden are telling Mark Zuckerberg and Meta, no, remove that stuff off of the platform. Yeah. That's not a conspiracy. The conspiracy is actually what the people, what Kamala Harris and Biden were doing. but we're so accustomed to receiving our information in a way, and we're also very lazy. Look at the kind of the conversations we have about religion. And you mentioned something in the Bible and nobody knows. It's like, wait, that was there? It's the same lazy approach that we go into learning other things. And our learning is not necessarily learning. We just memorize what people give to us. So we don't do our deep dives on a lot of these things. People will say it's a conspiracy with 9/11. It's a conspiracy with MLK, JFK, conspiracy with look what Donald Trump is saying. It's a conspiracy with the Epstein files. People throw conspiracy on it, so it'll give people an excuse to not address it as actually being something. So just wanted to highlight that. But these aren't conspiracies. Like, these are actually things that have come out and been proven. And here's another example of how we're censored, or as far as the information that's given to us is censored.
We have industry-leading policies designed with the safety of the Jewish community in mind. We remove content that threatens harm through intimidation or violence directed at Jews, Israelis, and Zionists. We do not allow Holocaust denial and distortion. We prohibit harmful stereotypes about Jewish people, such as claims that Jews control financial, political, or media institutions.
Imagine that. You are in a high-ranking position on Meta, and you're censoring people if they say that Jewish people, if they call out Jewish people for being influential in media, but you're saying that as you're censoring people for calling them out, and you're in this position. You get what I'm saying? It's like you're actively censoring people, but you're censoring people for saying that Jewish people control the media and they censor things that they don't like, but you're actively doing it in a speech. Like, you see what I'm saying? If somebody denies the Holocaust, they shouldn't be allowed to have their message on there. If somebody denies slavery, then what? Okay.
Yeah, that's what I'm confused about. Because I didn't want to go to the black. I didn't want to go to the black route. But I'm like, I've never seen anybody allowed to basically tell people that you're not going to deny my past. Only people I've ever heard say that is black folks, and they always told shut the hell up.
As far as I deny what the transatlantic slave trade, as far as how it was presented or taught to us in school. Should I not be allowed to voice that? You see what I'm saying?
Damn, this is
it's
crazy.
Like and they're actively saying it. If you say something that hurts Jewish people, we're going to take it off of Meta platforms. Like, are y'all trying to create anti-Semitism? Like, how do you think that you're going to tell people that? But let's just move on with the video. She's going to do the job for me.
We remove hate speech against Zionists when these harmful stereotypes about Jews are invoked. Meta also has a unique policy that prohibits the glorification, support, or representation of hate and terrorist organizations or individuals. It might seem simple to enforce these policies, but consider the extraordinary challenges we face at scale when millions of posts are shared every day on Meta's platforms. Context matters. For example, shortly after October 7th, people began sharing footage of Hamas kidnapping Israelis. Some people shared this content to glorify Hamas and celebrate the kidnappings. Of course, we strictly prohibit content with this intent. However, many others shared the exact same footage to speak out against the kidnappings. Some wanted to ensure the world understood the horror of what had happened. Others aimed to challenge those who claimed the events were staged or didn't happen. In a world where people were actually denying that Israelis had been kidnapped by terrorists, people around the world used online platforms to call for their freedom and share their stories. Our policies and our enforcement must be able to distinguish between pro and anti-Hamas content in often nuanced and ambiguous situations at scale.
I wanted to stop, and I was looking up a video in the background, but she mentioned something here. Hold on, let me go back.
Our stories. Our policies and our enforcement, people around the world use online platforms to share for their...
Hold on.
Others aim to challenge those who claimed the events were staged.
Others aim to challenge claims that the events were staged. So if I have a question and say like, yo, how come there were no IDF soldiers there that responded? Why did it take so long? That's going to be censored. And a lot of this stuff feeds into what I guess Vons would call a conspiracy, and a lot of other people would call conspiracies. A lot of and the reason why I say it feeds into the conspiracies, let me show you this video very quickly. Very popular video. Very popular video.
But I think some
screen.
Yeah.
All right. Let me just so we can get it from the beginning.
But I think some questions need to be asked. Was there a stand down order? Was there a stand down order? 6 hours? I don't believe it. Israel's the size of New Jersey. When I took a helicopter ride from Jerusalem to the Gaza border, it's 45 minutes. 6 hours. They're live streaming the killing of Jews. Did somebody in the government say stand down? That is a legitimate non-conspiracy question.
Not only is it a legit non-conspiracy question, but information also came out that they were briefed on an October 7th style attack before it happened. We know Israel has some of the best defense and intelligence. Matter of fact, that's one of the reasons why Ted Cruz claims that we have such a great relationship with Israel, because, hey, they got great intelligence. But it took them 6 hours to respond. They weren't even aware of this. Information wasn't put out that they had already been alerted of this type of situation occurring. But just like with 9/11, when 9/11 happened and Bibi Netanyahu made the comment that this is one of the greatest things, allegedly made the comment that this is going to be great for Israel. Because now it excuses and gives America a certain perspective on a lot of these Middle Eastern Arabs. We look at them all the same, right? Just the brown people over there. So now it gives us it gives them an excuse to commit all these atrocities there, because we're looking at it like, nah, y'all did something to us. So now that gives the green light for us to go to Iraq and create a war with them where we kill 500,000 children, saying that we're going there for weapons of mass destruction. And Saddam Hussein, when that wasn't even the group that committed 9/11, but George Bush was trying to just continue a war that had began, I believe, when his dad was president. But we'll look at this as conspiracy because we don't do our due diligence. You see what I'm saying? Like, most people are lazy in the things that they're looking up. So we'll just look at it like, oh, no, that's just a conspiracy. That's just a conspiracy. So now when Charlie Kirk questions, the reason why I said that further adds fuel to the conspiracy fire is because what she's saying is worth censoring. That's what Charlie Kirk, one of the most influential political influencers, one of the biggest political influencers in the country, I guess you'd say the world, but in the country for sure, he's questioning it, and this video is going viral. So we understand, like, okay, if it's so important for them to censor it, then you can understand why they'd be trying to shut Charlie Kirk up. So I'm not saying that this video proves that Israel had something to do with Charlie Kirk, but what I'm saying is when you do stuff like this, it actually adds more fuel to the conspiracy fire. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
All right, let's keep going.
Or didn't happen. In a world where people were actually denying that Israelis had been kidnapped by terrorists, People around the world use online platforms to share for call for their freedom and share their stories. Our policies and our enforcement must be able to distinguish between pro and anti-Hamas content in often nuanced and ambiguous situations at scale. This example shows that the cost of getting it wrong is enormous. On one hand, we risk giving credence to terrorists and their supporters. On the other hand, we risk silencing those who are speaking out against terrorism.
We're getting bullied, bro.
Damn, bro.
Like we're just like at the end of it, we're just getting bullied, bro. Like we're getting bullied into thinking what they want us to think. And this has been going on for a very long time. And perhaps we should stop and think about how long this has been going on, because now it's only getting called out because we have social media. If there was no social media, we wouldn't be getting anybody's perspective. Imagine if there was no social media and the video that we played addressing what's going on in Patagonia yesterday. Imagine if there was no social media.
No, it would be impossible.
We would just be thinking like, damn, they got these wildfires.
Yeah.
Same thing with Hawaii. Same thing with a lot of these things that occur. We would just be thinking, oh, shoot, okay. Imagine if there was no social media and 2020 occurred. How much worse it would have been even than what it was. Oh, shoot, I just realized. Look at that book. You see the book that The Soul Boom? I'm sorry. It's the ADD. I got that book.
Oh,
yeah. Like I was just looking in the video. I'm like, hold up. So that's actually this. Pete and Shaga actually gave me this.
Oh, okay. Okay.
Yeah. So this is Rainn Wilson. He's a Baha'i, and interesting. So for y'all probably know Rainn Wilson by face, but yeah, interesting. Yo, I like Theo Von, man. I've never read the book, but now I'm gonna put it there and I'm gonna start reading it. But yeah, let's look at. So this is another situation that I saw in this conversation between Theo Von and Dave Smith. Dope conversation. I recommend that people watch this interview. It's almost 4 hours long. I think I haven't made it through the entire thing. It's 3 hours long. But take a look at this part of the conversation.
Do you think that assassination attempt was real after this much time has passed?
The Butler, Pennsylvania one. I mean,
did you see that reverse camera shot that came up the other day?
No, I don't think so.
They showed the reverse camera shot of the Butler, PA shooting. This was like a new footage that hadn't been shown before.
Oh, really? No, I missed that.
Yeah, this is just new.
President's been shot. Oh no. No. Either that or they're covering. We don't know. Either that or they're covering him. We love you. We love you, President Trump.
We love you.
We love you. We love you.
Now he ushers in photographers from the left side of the stage. This is kind of bizarre.
President Trump. We love you.
That is crazy. The flag was lowered in a position. Is this real?
Or is the flag being lowered, or is the camera moving?
That's a good question.
I actually think the camera's moving, but
that if they paused to lower the flag, though.
This is just wild, though. Like, imagine somebody getting shot, and I'm actually not surprised that, like I had to really question, because think about all of the stuff that happens in the real world, and people will be in dangerous situations but pull out their phone. So I'm not surprised from that aspect, but it just goes to show you like how much people are like concerned, like painting something in a particular light. But let's keep going. Let's keep going.
Oh, that is, bro, we are, everything just feels now like we're living in a kind of like a diorama or something. Like we're walking in a total Truman Show. It feels like
it does feel like one of those time travel movies where like you go into the future and everything's wrong. and you're like, oh, someone's got to go back and fix this. What did we do? Something was supposed to happen different.
Go back. Trump, show this a little. Go back to that flag lowering. I want to see that part. I mean, that's. Flag is lowered into position. That
it doesn't look like the camera's moving.
Dude, that's crazy.
Nah, I don't think it's lowered. I think that they just kind of changed the camera angle, but it's just, yeah.
Flag is lowered into position. That
it doesn't look like the camera's moving.
Dude, that's crazy. That's crazy.
No, it kind of
crazy to think this is how long they had this dude up on stage. Like, get him off of the stage.
It was crazy.
And then it's odd behavior shows how they stage the famous photo. And then he starts moving. The camera people come around. Like, wouldn't there be people pushing the camera people away? Like, well, whoever could get close to him right now?
Well, look, I mean,
explain to me why his press agent went to grab photographers after shots were fired. Then they lower the flag into frame. It's just wild.
It is weird. Is that also Trump had the presence of mind to be like, let me make this a photo op.
Yeah, I'm not. It's just a lot, bro. It's just a lot. And this is the thing. You just question everything. So it's like you gotta, I guess, make sure that you're not going too far gone. But
what the flying hell was that, bro?
Bro, it's just, the fact that they ushered in the photographers.
You got to run that back.
All right, so let me. All right, so I wasn't sure if you.
No pauses though, so you can fully get my facial reaction to this shit.
All right, hold on. Let me.
I'm in disbelief, bro.
Hold on.
And I never really paid attention to this shit. For real.
And also, like, a question for me is, especially with all of this stuff that we hear with them having, like, all these different types of weapons and stuff. If there was somebody pointing a camera at the president, I would almost, if I was that dude on top of the stage with the gun, like, I would be like, bro, don't know, like, like, we know that there's like camera weapons and stuff like that, and maybe that's just in the movies, I don't know, but I would be like, yo, nobody point anything over here. Like, you just don't know what's going on. But yeah,
it was like new footage that hadn't been shown before.
Oh, really? No, I missed that.
Yeah, this is just new.
President's been shot. Oh no, no. Either that or they're covering. We don't know. Either that or they're covering him. We love you. We love you, President Trump.
We love you.
We love you.
Now he ushers in photographers from the left side of the stage. This is kind of bizarre.
President Trump.
That is crazy. The flag was lowered into position. Is this real?
Oh my God.
Or is the flag being lowered or is the camera moving?
That's a good question. That if they paused to lower the flag, though, that is, bro, we are everything just feels now like we're living in a kind of like a diorama or something. Yeah. Like we're walking in a total Truman Show. It feels like
it does.
So what the fuck we be getting on here talking about these politics for? This is a big ass joke, bro. Fuck we gonna do, bro? These niggas playing in our face. Fuck we gonna do? Niggas just gonna play in our face like that? What the fuck we supposed to do?
Oh man, Glay. What we gonna do, Glay?
Like, how we can't be taking this shit seriously and they taking this shit as a joke. Like, we always gonna be we fish out of water if we think we about to bring any type of logic to these type of situations. If we respond with logic, I think we the fool. That's literally a circus. Like, we're expecting circus animals or circus behavior to all of a sudden match logic and justification, morals and ethics. What I just witnessed, bro, I think we're going off on a limb here, expecting that group of people, when I say group of people, politicians as a whole, politics in general in America, there's no way you can expect anything to be any bit of logical at any point. Every decision is going to be wrapped around money, power, or some type of respect or control. Like at this point, it's like, what do you do? Just grab your popcorn and watch this shit? For y'all to just do what I just saw, for y'all to give that to the American people? I mean, even the dude that was in the back that was holding the hand trying to protect Trump, I'm like, he looked like he was out of place. Guns firing and you talking about some. It's almost like everybody was like, all right, stand up, Trump, stand up, stand up, stand up. Okay, peek through. Okay, arms up.
Yeah.
And I'm like, bro, this looks like a bad, like y'all could have got Denzel, y'all could have got Leonardo DiCaprio, maybe the guy from Bourne. Y'all could have went somewhere else if y'all needed acting. Go get the people off of those presidential military movies that be making this shit look conspiracy. What I just saw was a bunch of out of place actors that really blew the whistle on that situation. And I'm taking back. And I mean, if you tell me anything about Trump from this point moving forward on Glenn, I mean, what the fuck I'm gonna say? Of course he let y'all down. Do you see what he's doing in office? It's Hollywood. It's legitimately Hollywood. And guys, I this is new to me. You know, I've really not really dove into this stuff to the extreme. You know, it's not that I've taken it. It's not that even I was like taking the politics seriously. I just wasn't paying attention to that. I'm like, look, man, cats gonna do what they're gonna do. This is what's being done. Grab your popcorn, grab your butter, grab a large Coke, and they gonna put this shit on and people on there. Guys, we don't need to ask any more questions. Those group of photographers were escorted, were ushered across to take photos. You telling me they shooting shots and everybody ain't even ducking? People were standing there like they didn't know if somebody had a bunch of AR-15s or AK-47s and they was going to light up the whole crowd. Everybody was standing there like shit was all good. Cats was trying to see, listen to the voiceover. I think they shot the president. Nigga, they shooting. Give a fuck about the president. Where my wife, where my kids, nigga, we got to get the fuck out of here. I didn't see, nobody was even sliding. This shit crazy, bro. This is
what it's always been.
You're right. I had no idea.
Like you, even as you're talking, this is the situation that I always think about this one. Before we move on to the next one, we'll share. This is Barack Obama. And I always bring this situation up. Like this to me, this was one of those situations like a 2020 situation where I'm like, damn. Like they are completely just lying to us. There's this video and another one. I'm not sure if it's this one or another one, but take a look at this one. Hold on.
You know, the water around this table, was Flint water that was filtered, and it just.
So if you're not familiar, you remember the whole Flint water situation?
Yeah.
So
is it still going on?
I don't think
it is. There you go. Generally I have not been doing stunts here, but and
bro, he ain't take any of that water, bro. Bro, he's drinking water that probably wasn't, well, whatever. Yeah, based on him not taking a sip, I think it actually was Flint water. But he's trying to convince people that their water is clean, knowing that it's not. And he takes a fake sip of water, bro. Like, think about, bro, you just took a fake sip of water. Little babies are going to be drinking this water, showering with this water. This has always been, everything is just stunts, bro. Listen to what he said.
it is. There you go. Generally I have not been doing stunts here, but
Bro.
Today, Barack Obama
He
gave
did
the
it twice.
Good Housekeeping seal of the
Listen to
president
this. Hold
to
on.
the troubled waters of Flint, Michigan. And Jerika Duncan is there.
Can I get some water?
Before a crowd of 1,000.
But see, people love the slick talking nigga. He's a nice guy. He dresses nice. That's what I miss my politician being, right?
Really did need a glass of water. This is not a stunt.
President Obama took a sip of Flint's filtered tap water, assuring the people there that he cares.
I've got your back. Not too long ago.
If you drink Flint water after that, then you deserve it, bro. You deserve whatever your body morphs into after that, bro.
That was the whole video?
Nah, it's more, but I mean, it's just him taking a fake sip of water. That's the gist of it. We don't need to get into the rest of it, but everything's a stunt, bro. Everything's a stunt. Hold on, let me go back to this video that I was gonna play. Because now we're seeing a lot of these stunts happen with Iran, right? Where we don't know what's going on. We know there's protests. I'm confused as to what's going on. However, let's take a look. This is former CIA agent John Kurikow. If I'm pronouncing it correctly, George, don't say anything. Many human rights organizations reporting on Iran. So he's saying that a lot of these reporters are funded by Israel and the CIA. So. And matter of fact, all right, so we'll look at this video. Then remind me clean break, because the clean break kind of makes all of this stuff make sense as to what we're seeing. Let's take a look at that. Hold on. Oh, shoot, it's not on. Is it being shared? Hold on. Can you see it, Clay?
Yeah.
All right, there we go. My fault.
All last night. Times, CNN, the Wall Street Journal. I looked at them all last night. And they're all saying, oh, my God, it's murder in the streets in Iran. Oh, my God, this human rights organization is saying, 172 dead. Okay, that human rights organization is based in London, and it's funded by the Israelis and Iranians in exile. And then, oh, my God, there's this other human rights organization. It's saying 500 dead. Yeah, that one's in Washington. And they take money from the CIA. So you can't.
So there's no reliable information.
There's no reliable information. Now, are people being killed in Iran? Absolutely, yes. But think of this too. Do we know that these people aren't being killed by Israeli-backed protesters? Because the Israelis have been bragging over the weekend that they're the ones backing the protesters. And I'll add another thing that literally no one is reporting. Protesters set on fire 48 fire engines in Tehran. 48 fire engines so that they cannot respond to fires. Why? Because it's the Israeli-backed protesters setting shit on fire. And this is just to make it worse.
Now, the thing is, okay, so for people who are listening and are thinking, okay, John's being conspiratorial and blah, 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 let's not forget that we know that Iran is riddled with people on the Mossad payroll because of the fact that, like, they provided the targeting information for the Israeli-U.S. military attacks against atomic scientists and military sites in Iran recently, right? We know that. We talked about here on the show before any of these protests started about how Iran has a serious Israel problem in terms of infiltration. So I just want to, provide a little context there.
Yeah, I think my point here is to remind everybody that there are two sides to a story. Right. And we're only getting the Israeli side.
Right.
The Israelis are backing Reza Pahlavi. The Israelis are backing these so-called human rights organizations. The Israelis are the ones demanding that U.S. policy be that Iran doesn't have any missiles. So we just have to be very careful.
It's almost impossible to understand what to believe and what not to, bro.
Mm-hmm.
It's actually it's almost impossible. Think about what happened with like George Floyd and Antifa, and you got people that it's supposed to be a peaceful protest, but then you get these people that are paid protesters, and they're getting paid to just ruin the cities and to cause an uprise, destroy, to just amplify what was supposed to be a peaceful protest into something violent.
Yeah.
Like we know this is happening.
Mm-hmm.
We know this
something
stuff
about the lady that got killed in the car? Didn't you say that she might have been something?
Did I? I don't know.
Was I talking to you? I thought you had said something at the beginning of the show about Renee might have been. Maybe that wasn't you. I don't. Oh, I might have read it in the comments. I read it in the comments earlier that somebody was saying that lady might have been a paid protester or something type of energy. I just
I believe she was. Yeah, I believe she was. I don't know if she was paid or not, but I think she was a
protester, but like a paid one though.
Oh, it may have been.
Yeah, and that's the part that ruins everything, because it's just like it diminishes what it truly is there for, and now people are either less responsive or it discredits the people that are truly there. It's just fucking.
Well, I only look at it as far as your actions. So, I mean, politicians, if protesters can't be paid, then why should politicians be able to be paid with lobbying money? What's the difference? Like, I'm only addressing, if you want to pay somebody to protest something, like let's say they're protesting, like the problem isn't to me that, and I'm trying to process this as I say it, but let me say it, and then I may say that it's wrong. But the problem for me isn't that the fact that the fact that people that are getting paid. The problem is that, how can I decipher between it? Like, if I was to pay somebody, what's an honorable cause? Let's say we're living during slavery, or if I'm protesting something going against Palestine, let's say genocide. If somebody's getting paid to protest Palestinian genocide and they're putting together a group because, hey, people are going to miss work, but we need to make sure that we can get as many people out there. Yeah, it's a problem. I could definitely see that being a problem, but I'm not sure that the fact that she was a paid protester changes anything about the way that I look at her getting shot. You see what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. Like, it makes me look at like, oh yeah, like as far as what they're protesting, maybe they don't necessarily believe in it, but that doesn't necessarily make me look at it like, oh, look, she was a paid protester, that's why she got shot. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I'm not looking at it like that. Mm-hmm. I'm looking at it like, okay, there's some people that are paid protesters, they don't believe in what they're necessarily doing, but I look at that as everybody. Like, I look at that as the politicians. It's the same way. Your politicians are literally taking money from different organizations that want them to do certain things. It's no different. So if people are going to have an issue with the paid protesters, no problem. But then we should also apply that same energy to politicians, which are just paid protesters. Like, how do these politicians go into office broke, but then they come out multimillionaires? They're getting paid by lobbying groups. So if it's so easy for us to look at the common person and say, oh, that person is getting paid as a protester, we shouldn't even, it ruins everything for them, then maybe you're making a good point, but why shouldn't it apply to the politicians as well?
Yeah.
Like, what's the difference?
Well, what makes you think it doesn't apply to politicians?
Because it's legal for them to get paid.
Well, is it a discussion of whether or not it's legal?
No, there's lobbying groups. Are you familiar with like lobbying groups?
Yeah. My question isn't like how the lobbying works but it's like, I think that kind of puts a disdain or makes people almost expect a certain behavior when they know that the lobbying is in play. Like, almost like when we think of politics, remember, we're always like, oh, if it's politics, like, you got to stretch your imagination of how much disrespect or how morally unethical this could be. And I think, for me, from my opinion, from how I've seen, protesting gone, I wasn't even aware, like, when you give it in the example that you give about the protesting, I'm like, we're putting a group together, there's going to be losing men. I'm like, all right, damn, that does make sense. But it's just like, when certain groups start getting involved and it becomes paying to play almost. Now it's like, okay, like I feel like the energy gonna be different if everybody on the team like has been together since Pop Warner and they're really there because they want to win a championship together, or we gonna piece this thing up together like the Lakers and we kind of all here, but we ain't really grow together. You know what I mean? Like the energy different. So I guess it's like I think I feel like to an extent, like maybe there are people, at least for me, I'm guilty. Like, damn, when I think of protesting, I'm never thinking that you could lobby protesting. I'm like, damn, you willing to go outside and lobby to protest? Like, but then I guess if there's money involved, that's all new to me. That's all new to me. So when I hear lobbying and protesting, I'm like, hold up. I know I heard it in politics, but you telling me the people that's outside don't even be with the shit that they outside for, causing mayhem, et cetera, et cetera. I'm like, damn, bro, that's a new play to me. That's a new play. Or no, maybe it's always existed, but that's a play for me personally where I'm like, damn, bro, even the people outside with the signs don't believe in this shit. And like you said, now the propaganda is so crazy, my mind is doing gymnastics now because like, damn, you can't trust nothing.
Should a teacher get paid to teach? Should a police officer get paid? What's the difference between somebody entering our military? You think they're doing it just because they love our country, or they're doing it because they receive a paycheck?
Yeah, but you can't act like, I'm not saying what everything you're saying is going to be logical. It's just, I think it's just to an extent would be unexpected that an individual would protest and not believe in what they're protesting. I didn't know if that's a new strategy to me.
I get what you're saying. You just want to know that people. Yeah. See, I assume that a lot of these protesters, are doing it for whether it's money or they're doing it for various reasons. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I didn't know that. Like, to me, to be quite honest, the BLM thing, for the longest, like, and especially what's now what's going on about her doing this and using the money and booking trips. I'm like, y'all got to understand, when I heard the BLM joint, obviously I heard both sides, but I was like, damn, like, why is everybody upset with, like, I'm not picking the side of what the BLM did or not did. I'm just saying, like, damn, like, why everybody just so mad at them just coming together and just like, you know, if they like somebody passed and they're coming together and walking. But now when you see that those people were running a play, I'm more upset with I'm not even upset with the people that were upset with the movement, period. I'm upset with the people that extorted the movement and said, oh, bet, like they riled up, let's go run the bag up. I'm like, damn, bro, that kind of breaks my heart to see
that's everything.
Yeah, I just
but that's literally everything. You think that's why I brought up the example with the teachers. Bro, if teachers are just teaching because they care about teaching, they're going to teach in a different way. The majority of us, we go to jobs. You think that this person that's selling you something at a Toyota dealership really likes Toyotas more? No, they just work at Toyota dealership.
Yeah.
I look at every single thing that I come into contact with as,
you're right.
Okay, why is this person telling me this? What is it? What are they trying to? Everybody is selling you on something.
Yeah.
Whether it's the pastor at your church. So then let's not pay any pastors. You should only do it for free. You get what I'm saying? Like, all this is just how I assume that the entire world works.
Yeah. I think I've been very familiar, or I think I've witnessed it in so much, but damn, like protesting to me is honestly new, where I'm like, damn, I don't think I ever would have thought the people protesting for voting rights, I would have never thought that somebody would go outside the house. And I never would have thought that even the people that were paying them, I would have never even thought of that strategy. But that's how naive I am to even not even think about, damn, Brian, if they were smart, they would just get in, they'd pay the people and tell people to wear this and then go out there and kind of, I'm like, the shit is genius. But I'm like, that's how overlooking I am of how you can be manipulated. Because I'm there thinking everybody who's voicing their struggle needs help. And I'm like, damn, now you got to turn a blind eye to the people who claiming they struggling because they might be benefiting from the struggle. That's just, like you said, like everything you got to just assume is some BS. This is just crazy, bro. I can't even trust somebody saying I need help, needs help.
They're
it's
party
not like
promoters.
the homeless person. It's not like the homeless person on the side of the road. Like I think that'd be a great situation to give you. It's like the homeless person. Like it's a shame that we've seen that circumstance happen so many times that now when the person is on the side of the street, you have to second guess if this is a play. And I'm like, damn, bro, I don't want to drive by and see somebody asking for change. And now I got to think twice, like, man, he might go do some drugs with the shit. He might go hop in his Rari. I heard they making 6-figure. I'm like, damn, bro, we ain't left nothing unextorted at this point in time where it's like you can't move with your heart nowhere. You can't move with your heart and your emotions to in anything where anybody is controlling your emotional side. You have to slow that shit down now. You just can't give money back to Zimbabwe because they ain't got clean. You can't give money back to Flint, Michigan. You can't donate to Susan B. Komen. You can't give money to like, damn, man, where can we go to just get our shit off? We can't go to church to give back to, where can you go to get your heart recharged? Where can you go to? I guess you just got to go to the streets yourself and do it for yourself so you know it gets there. I guess that's all that's left, bro.
I look at everything like that. If you're not doing something for free, then you're getting influenced some way by money. Would you do your job for free? Like, would you do like a lot of things? Like money controls everything. So when I look at these protesters, I look at it the same. Like I guess
Damn, bro. And as I'm speaking through this, think about that. You know, it's been kind of the trend now. The stuff that has always gotten me, is when I see the people in community, like they'll like walk up on the people on the benches and stuff. The guys, and they'll be like, "What's your dream?" Or can you help me out? And somebody who doesn't have anything will give them $5, and then they'll turn around and say, "Because you helped me, here's $100." And I'm like, damn, bro, that's so inspiring. Like, I love these videos. They make me tear up. And then fast forward, nigga, he getting paid from the AdSense. Nigga, Cash App threw him 10,000. This is good for Cash App. Me and my partners at Toyota decided to give you a car. Okay, it's a play. Damn, bro. Man, I don't fuck with you, Dak. I'm done. You done crushed the last bit of Santa Claus I thought existed. Now you got to tell me ain't nobody out here doing nothing with their heart?
Well, we think that when like the world operates differently when we're talking about something that's a moral cause for us, and it just doesn't. If you're staging a protest, bro, it's no different than throwing a party. You want to make sure the room's filled, right? So some people you can incentivize with this. Some people just want a party. So you put the name of the DJ on there. That's going to get them to come. Other people, you may have to pay to come. You think your favorite artist is walking through that club for free or just because they like performing? No, they're getting paid to do it. They have to fill up that club one way or another. Sometimes they'll say, yo, free drinks, happy hour, or whatever it may be. Women getting free. It's all a play, bro. It's all just a finesse. So that doesn't even, I just look at the cause. Like, I think protesting is goofy to me. Like, I don't really look at it like that. Like, I don't think you'll ever see me at a rally or anything like that protesting. Like, it just seems goofy to me. Like, in general, it just seems goofy to me. Like, you don't protest that. Like, all the protesting that Martin Luther King was doing, everybody was cool with it. The government was cool with it until the real protest that he started got him killed, which was, we're going to start protesting with our wallets, and we're no longer going to take these buses and use your transportation. And Martin Luther King had the power to then apply what they did in boycotting those bus lines to the rest of the world, which would impact people's dollars, bro. You get what I'm saying? Like, it's everything's a stage, bro.
Yeah, Miss Less Simplified, last bit of Santa Claus. That's it, man. I get it, y'all. I'm officially converted to Dax. What he identifies as is I don't trust none of y'all niggas. I had a little bit left. That you was the one. You was always the one. I always let you get in your bag with that. I ain't never been, 100% 10 toes thinking these niggas is lying. 100% of the time, I was like, there's got to be a heart somewhere. Nigga, you just eliminated the last bit of humanity.
Bro,
I thought these niggas had.
Don't throw that on me, bro.
This is crazy, Clay. I can't believe everything. Everything. The shooting a lie. The rallying a lie. This shit is staged. The propaganda on TV a lie. Nigga, I had a little bit of faith that what I was living in wasn't Hollywood completely, bro. I thought there was a small pocket of real niggas still around this bitch.
There ain't.
Damn, bro.
There ain't. And let me ask you this, because I saw a couple people talking about George Soros in the chat. Is the issue that George Soros paid people to protest? Or is it the issue that people have with George Soros is what he's paying people to influence? Like, is it that he's using his money at all? Or is it how he's using his money? Because my question for you would be, if you had billions of dollars, right? Mm-hmm. And there was a cause that was important to you, what would you do with it?
You're going to splash.
You're going to put money towards it, right?
You talking about that billionaire that put 10 bands up?
No. So George Soros is, I think, what is George Soros behind? Like the Antifa groups. He's been behind a lot of this stuff. He's a weirdo that is behind BLM. He's one of the biggest sponsors or donators to BLM. I think this is just a nice reminder that money runs the world, period. Damn, money runs the world, bro. If you can get people to go to work and do stuff that they do every day that they hate for 40 years, for what? To retire with, a few years to enjoy life, whatever. Maybe if you can convince people to do that with money, why wouldn't somebody just say like, take your ass to this protest. I got some money for you. We gonna give out Target gift cards. Like I just got my blood drawn. And they gave us the incentivization was a $50 Target card. It's like all of this stuff is controlled by money. So I just assume it as that. You know what I'm saying?
Oh,
I don't know. It's just money runs the world, bro. Money runs the world.
And the day I found out Santa wasn't real today, bro.
Shoot, man.
Damn, I had a little faith, Clay. I ain't gonna hold you. 9:30. It's January 14th, 2026 is the day I found out Santa Claus ain't never coming down the fucking chimney.
Yeah.
Holy shit. Everything is a fucking lie. Can I even trust my fucking parents? Are they real? They be lying? They don't even know, right? They don't know. They can't be.
Everybody's influenced, bro. Everybody's influenced. Like we're in an influence battle, bro. Like we're all influenced to think that the way that we think. Everybody, like a lot of us, we don't typically wake up and question why we think the way that we think. We just have our understanding of how we see the world, and we see that as we have our own moral compass. And what's good for us, that's good. What's bad is bad. And that's how we see the world. That's how we see the world. We don't take into account somebody else's perspective. We don't take into account, well, how was I influenced by this? Like, don't tell me you got a problem with protesters getting paid if you don't got a problem with your pastor and preacher getting paid. Damn. Like, you know what I'm saying? I'm more upset with pastors and preachers getting paid than a fucking protester. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like for me, the protesters, they doing the job. What's the difference between the job that they doing?
Oh man.
What you telling me that protesters should have a higher moral standard than pastors and preachers, so therefore they shouldn't be allowed to receive money for what they're doing? But a pastor and preachers and priests should? What?
Nah, it's just I know those areas was already on BS.
But a lot of people don't. And even though a lot of people this is what people do. A lot of people will say, oh, I know that churches are like this or like that. Oh, but not my church. You know what I'm saying? It's like, oh, you know all of this stuff, but Look at the conversation that we had last week. And shout out to Vons. Vons was saying like, yo, not all churches are bad. Not all churches are bad. But then I said, all right. And I asked everybody. So not just Vons. I said, all right, well, give me your good churches. Put your good church in the comments. Nobody wrote anything. Vons said, I don't have a home church. Okay. Well, how do you know that the good ones exist if you don't have, you know what I'm saying? Bro, it's all just, bro. You should. I mean, should any civil servant get paid? I don't know.
I thought when people needed help, bro, and they were there to petition oppression, I thought they was really hurting.
Should cops get paid?
Yeah.
Huh?
Yeah.
So why shouldn't protesters get paid?
I'm not saying. Look, you're not. I'm not.
Yeah,
pushing back.
It's more a rhetorical question.
Oh,
I'm not really asking. Yeah,
it's just so wild. This is the last bar. This is my last straw. I would never think that the people saying we need help didn't need it. I'm done. I ain't got it. Y'all won. Y'all got me. I'm in the gang. What's the gang, bro? Gang of truth. I'm in it, bro. These niggas is lying. They always lying. I don't give a fuck what you say. They always lying. God damn. Hey, but you know what I do find funny, Glay?
What's that?
I did find it interesting that all the people protesting for ICE to be out there, not to be there. But why ain't the people that are legal, that are of Hispanic descent, why they not outside?
Well, ICE, man, because it's not about, it's like,
am I going down a rabbit hole?
No, you're not. No. Keep going. Matter of fact, keep going. Elaborate.
Because a lot of the people, like when I'm on TikTok, they picking up some DoorDash driver. Them motherfuckers spun the block. DoorDash Hispanic lady ran into the house, and then the people that ordered the DoorDash kind of had her back and protected her, et cetera, and that end up ICE agents leaving. But I'm like, where are the Hispanic people at? Where are the people? Like Renee was a legal white woman that, and you know, God bless her soul. But
again, I think it froze. You said, where are the what?
Where are the people that are getting snatched by ISIS people at?
You think that Hispanics are going to put themselves in a position to get deported? Like that's like, oh yeah, all the Hispanics, y'all going to protest. Where do you think ICE is going to show up? Oh, y'all made it easy on us. All right, let's round them up. like, you know what I'm saying? Let's make sure all of them. All these Somalians, they protesting. All right, yeah, let's go through all of them, make sure that they all here. You know what I'm saying? I don't know how smart it would be but what do the protests even accomplish? What do protests accomplish? What do protests accomplish?
I feel like in the past, but you're giving me the back end of it, like, oh, okay, MLK protests, but no, it's really when we stop getting on these buses. See, I'm thinking the protest is what is sparking that joint to pop off and to get some change.
Oh, you thought when MLK made his "I Have a Dream" speech, things just, oh, we good.
Like I thought it was a part of the promotion. You know what I mean? I thought it was a part of the whole thing.
It's just them putting stuff on their Instagram. They didn't have Instagram back then, so therefore they got to do the live speeches or stuff in public. Like I don't know but this is the reason why it's so hard or so easy for us to be misled or to be led in different ways. All of this stuff, bro. All of this stuff, bro. It's all just money. Like I'm like.
So you telling me if legal, like let's just say Hispanics, you tell me legal Hispanics not gonna pop out for their people?
Why? What makes you think that legal Hispanics have a problem with ICE? Oh. What makes you think I'll give you an example. If I paid for college, right? If I paid for my college, if I took out loans and I paid back my loans, And now Joe Biden's coming out saying that the people that haven't paid back their loans, he's going to forgive them. Do you think if I just paid back my loans, I'm going to be out there protesting with you? I want you to pay back your loans. I paid mine. Like, what makes you think like that's just how propaganda is used to think that, oh, all Hispanics must be upset at ICE. All black people must be upset at this. You know what I'm saying? Like, I typically look at the people that are protesting like they have some type of like ulterior motive or something else that they're doing it for, rather than just what the alleged cause of the protest is. I mean, look at the entire liberal Democratic strategy. Do you think that Democrats care about black people any more than Republicans? Do you think that non-black Democrats care about black people any more than non-black Republicans? Do you?
Ask the question again.
Do you think that non-black Democrats care any more about black people and the minorities than non-black Republicans?
I would hope to say yeah.
They're using you. So perhaps they do care more about you.
But not for the same reason that we care about.
They're using you. They need you. You're a worker. You're just a pawn in the system to help them get to wherever they're trying to get to. So they need to appeal to you. So if I'm trying to appeal to you, am I going to be a dickhead to you? Or am I going to try to say, oh, we got happy hour, come through. If we got two bars set up next to each other, I'm trying to get people in. You're trying to get people in. You may have a different target market, so you have to market in your way. I got to market in my way. Now, if we're both trying to go get the same people, then obviously we got to figure out a way to incentivize it so you choose me over them. No, I just need your vote, bro. I don't care about you. I just need your vote. But so many of us, because we're emotional and we don't do our deep dives into politics, we don't understand that a lot of the Democratic policies have hindered us more than anything that the Republicans could even hope to do. But they speak nice to us, so therefore we embrace them. And our parents voted for them, and our families voted for them, so therefore we continue to do the same thing. We get finessed into thinking the way that we think, bro. That's why they have Barack Obama go to Flint, Michigan and take a fake sip of water, because they know that if a white person did it, it wouldn't have the same impact as Barack Obama.
So nobody cares about nobody.
Bro, I think 99% of people, the culture that we're living in, the sickness that we're living in, just look around, bro. Like what do we talk about every day on this show? People will defend Christianity and go harder against us than they go as hard against the people that are using it to violate Christianity. Bro, people only care about themselves. People only care about themselves, bro. If you don't, then you're a minority. And I'm sure you know that you're a minority because you probably go through your day-to-day basis. You probably go through the world on a day-to-day basis and look around and are pissed off and frustrated because everybody just looks out for self, bro. Everybody's selfish. That's just, bro, what do we think tribalism is about?
What the hell?
It just is what it is. This is why I think religion has robbed us of our true spirituality and connection to God. Religion tells you what? It just creates another tribe. It's just another tribe, us versus them. That it just draws a line. This is what we believe. This is what we rocking with. This is the path to God. Matter of fact, Jesus, because we worship Jesus, Jesus is God of all of them, King of all kings. That's not spiritual, bro. Spirituality is like, yo, we're all here together. Spirituality is inclusive. It's literally our connection to each other. as well as our connection to nature. But we have such a spiritual, we're on such a spiritual decline. It makes it so much easier for them to control us if everybody's only looking out for their personal interest. It's a lot harder to control a group of people that is concerned with the overall good of the people compared to people that are only concerned with, well, I just want my taxes lower. Yeah, so you're just going to vote for whoever lowers your taxes. You don't care that they're also pushing for boys to transition into girls. You don't care that they're also pushing for boys to be playing sports against girls. You don't care what else they're pushing for because you're only concerned with yourself and how that particular policy is impacting your pockets. This is across the board, bro. Why do you think we're so frustrated? Like, why do you think there's only 32 people here? It would be a lot easier if we were pushing a different type of message. We probably have a lot more people in the building. If we we're fighting for gay rights or we're fighting for this, yeah, we probably have more. You know what I'm saying? Like we're not attaching we're not fanatics, bro. Like we're looking at things from an overall standpoint. It's no different than it's like if you don't pick a side, I'm not picking a side, you're hated by both sides. That's just where we're at. But that's the good thing about it is there's more of these conversations that are needed to get us back to a place. Like we have an opportunity, bro. We got an opportunity. We got an opportunity, Glay.
I'm blowed, bro.
What you mean? What world did you think that you were living in? Think about it from that standpoint. What world did you think that you were living in? See, I know you were looking at all my posts 10, 15 years ago like, this nigga is tripping. What does he talk like?
I wasn't even on that type. I wasn't even the mental capacity then.
Bro, most people most of us, we care about our personal lives and that supersedes everything else. It's just the way that it is, bro. It's the way that it is now, but it could change.
Damn, niggas really don't be caring about niggas at all.
I mean, but you try to have a conversation about anything and it's just the easiest example to use. You challenge somebody on their religious views and they're going to recite the things that they memorized from previous conversations or previous teachings. People aren't even willing to sit down and have a conversation and go to a new place. People don't want to evolve. People just want to be proven that exactly how they are is the right way. You got to be vulnerable to evolve because you have to accept that, hey, how I am right now is not the best way. Or I may be completely wrong about how I'm looking at stuff. That's the only way to evolve, bro.
Well, I'm here to put on the mic.
Yeah, we just do what we do, bro. We just do what we do.
Shit wrong, bro. Damn, niggas has been capped. They got you got that shit Trump just pulled off, cap. You got these protesters out in the streets, cap. Damn.
Mm-hmm. And I want to emphasize what Michelle wrote. Like, we are here. Like, let's not take for granted. Like, don't get discouraged with it. Like, look at it. Like, why would you? Do you want to go into the football game when we're blowing out the other team, or do you want to go into the game where it's like, yo, we down? Watch what we do. We gonna be known as the when they put us in the game, we flip the whole script. You know what I'm saying? Like you get somebody that come off the bench and then they turn the whole game around. That's what we're finna do right now. That's what we're finna do right now.
Yeah. Wow. That's a good quote by Finn too, man.
Go ahead, read it.
Yeah. Educating the mind without educating the heart. Not education at all. Damn. Finn, I don't know how the fuck you just pulled that out your back pocket. That's spot on now. I'm feeling. The mind might have been educated, but the heart was not, bro. Damn. All right. Let's keep this shit moving, man.
This is the video that I wanted to show in the beginning. I think this is the whole clean break.
You got one more, you got another one that's gonna kick me in my rear end?
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
I mean, hold on tight, y'all.
It was a good conversation. So it's actually Dave Smith again. I had a couple different videos. It was either this or Jeffrey Sachs. The Jeffrey Sachs one is shorter, but I like this one because it's him and Joe Rogan having a conversation, just a conversation about it. So this is this clean break strategy. Dave Smith is going to break it down.
You could Google it right now. It's a clean break, a new strategy for securing the realm, which was a letter written by the guy he mentioned, Richard Pearl and David Wormser, to Benjamin Netanyahu in 1996. It was his first year when he came in as prime minister. And the whole thing is basically the clean break is a break from the peace process, a break from Oslo, because essentially Bill Clinton had gotten Yitzhak Rabin and Arafat to agree to like start this two-state solution process that should be loosely based around 67 borders. You got to finally give these Palestinians a state. You've been occupying them since 1967. You got to finally take your boot off their neck. And the clean break strategy was to go, listen, we got to get away from this whole idea of a Palestinian state and giving them land. And basically the thinking, the Yitzhak Rabin old school thinking on this, loosely speaking, it's a little more complicated, but basically they were like, look, we've been occupying the Palestinians for decades and decades now. The broader Arab world hates us over our treatment of the Palestinians. And so what you got to do is you have to make peace with the Palestinians so that you can get along with all these Arab states around you. That was kind of the thinking. And the clean break strategy was like, no. We're going to reverse that. Instead of making peace with the Palestinians so that we get along with the Arab states surrounding us, what we're going to do is we're going to overthrow all of those states. So we never have to make peace with the Palestinians. So we never have to have a two-state solution. What we'll just do is we'll go overthrow all of these governments. Of course, Israel can't go overthrow all of these governments, but the U.S. can. And so after they had these plans in according to Wesley Clark in 91. We know about the clean break memo in 96. But after 9/11, that's when, by a terrible twist of fate and all this shit, the neocons are in power. They're in George W. Bush's, but there is no Brent Scowcroft. There is no H.W. There's nobody with like a little bit of wisdom at the top. It's Dick Cheney at the top, and then his sidekick, George W. Bush. And they go, so now we're going to move to get this.
Do you remember when Dick Cheney was in the bunker and W wasn't?
Yeah.
That's when we knew it was up.
Yeah, that'll tell you something.
We were informed that he was in the bunker, which is so crazy. Like, why would you say where the guy everyone's trying to kill is hiding?
Yeah.
Are you that confident in your bunker? And where's this bunker? What does it look like? Can I get a fucking MTV Cribs tour of this bunker? What's going on with the bunker?
And look, man, and then just and you could see now where there's like so much there's such a rise in people being so fed up with this stuff. But the idea that we're now, I mean, look, just even with this whole Signal Gate shit that just happened. And it's like the real scandal there isn't even, I mean, I do think that Mike Waltz should be fired over this. It's a crazy screw up and it's totally embarrassing.
How do you do that? I mean, I don't understand how you do that. It doesn't make any sense to me.
Did you see his interview?
But it is a Signal chat between high-level government officials with classified information that's being discussed about war plans.
They would claim it's not classified, but it was information about an imminent attack that's about to take place. Seems like that would have to be.
How's that not classified?
How is that not?
If that's
top
not
secret?
classified, somebody else should get fired.
Yeah. So anyway, just on the Signal thing though, again, like the real scandal here is not that they either intentionally or were just so incompetent that they added this journalist to it and it got leaked. Like the real scandal is like when you look through the chat and that it's like, what are we doing here? We're bombing another country in the Middle East. We're bombing the poorest country in the Middle East.
Yemen,
by the way,
which
Yemen
has been bombed forever.
Oh my God. On behalf of Israel, because they're standing up against this fucking brutal war in Gaza right now. And so we're going to bomb these guys again. And then you have like, I got to say, man, like I was disgusted by Tulsi Gabbard's response there. Someone who I've, said a lot of nice things about over the years and who I really supported as being the DNI. But like literally only JD Vance is the only one who offers the mildest pushback and he's like, hey guys, this is kind of a mistake and it's kind of everything against what Donald Trump ran on. And by the way, like it's like such an insignificant amount of our trade that even goes through this area. It's really Europe's problem, not ours. But I'll go along with it if you guys want to, if you guys say, and then they literally say on the thing, they go, we've tracked the missile guy, as they call him. This is the target they're trying to take out. They go, we've tracked him to his girlfriend's apartment building. And so we'll level the apartment building. And then Tulsi Gabbard's just like, job well done, team. Everybody's cheering it on. There's not like nobody even has the thought to go like, is there a way we could do this without like murdering an entire apartment building's worth of people here? Is there a way? Man, this is a lot. Like, it's like, did none of you guys even kind of believe in God? Are none of you even scared that maybe God exists and that like, Jesus Christ, what are we doing here? There's none of that. There's not a feeling of that. There's not a sense of like, and
what you thinking so far, Glenn?
I'm still keeping up.
You want me to keep going?
Yeah, or I mean, what did you pull from it?
Yeah, so the clean break, it just highlights that all of this stuff was a strategy. There was never supposed to be peace in the Middle East. Israel never had intentions of having any type of two-state solution. It wouldn't even make sense, to be totally honest. I mean, based on the things that they want to accomplish in that region, it just wouldn't make sense. So everything that we're seeing play out right now, that we're looking like as if we're surprised, this has just been a long time coming. This has been a long time coming. All those different countries that they were originally supposed to have peace with, they have tried to figure out, as these situations that may be naturally occurring, or I mean, with 9/11, that's hard to, whatever. With all these situations, that's why when 9/11 happens, Bibi Netanyahu's like, yo, this is good for us. This allows us to take out that country. Okay, this new situation happened. Okay, how can we figure out how to use this situation to take out that country, that country? All of this stuff is just a play, bro. All of this stuff from and it's not just Israel. It's us. It's in Nigeria. It's them lying to us saying that, Christians are dying. They're being massacred. But then you find out, wait, more Muslims have died than Christians. Like all of these different situations, it just goes back to what we started off as. It's all just a play, bro. It's all just WWE in a different way. All of this stuff is planned. All of this stuff is Vince McMahon sitting down and saying, okay, we're going to have The Undertaker win this one. Oh, matter of fact, we'll get The Rock. We'll have him win this one or this. It's all just a political stage, bro.
So what's going on in Iran? Is that cap?
I would say 100% yes, without even knowing anything about it. But I don't know what type of cap it is. I'll give an example where. So when I hear, this is a video of, hold on, let me play this video that I wasn't really anticipating playing, but it's a Van Jones video. So take a look at this. It depends on who you listen to. Because think about it. Remember the video that we said yesterday? They always try to make it seem like women are oppressed in Iran. We did a video a while back where Jews, Christians, they live in Iran and have been living in Iran for a very long time peacefully. But narratives are created by people that have influence over our media. We just saw the video on the lady in Meta. So if she can easily just censor certain things that are negative about Israel and don't align with Israel's agenda, can't they do the same thing with things that do align with Israel's agenda? Not once did she bring up the fact like this is not true. Okay, why do you have an issue with Holocaust denial? Let's actually do some research. Let's look into it. Just show me the truth. You don't have to take away a lie. Show me the truth and put it next to the lie so that way I can make sense of it. But what they try to do is just convince us this is a lie, so we're just taking it down, and they don't have to actually prove that it's a lie. So take a look at this video from Van Jones, who's Yeah, just take a look at Van Jones. So,
if you like peace, and if you like democracy, and if you like women being free, and if you like innovation, unleash these Persians. Well, I mean, I think what's happening in Iran may be the most important thing happening in the world. You're going to unleash 90 million people who come from one of the most creative, imaginative, and regal cultures in the history of the world, which could help all humanity tomorrow instantly. It's worth the fight to get them free. A lot of stuff you were dealing with today, they invented. And so they just had a lid on their head for half of a century. And so I think a freed up Persian culture can be incredible for technology, can be incredible for humanity, can be incredible for the arts. It could be the end of a lot of BS in the region. You need a free Iranian people. You need the Persians back on the map for this century to work out well. People don't even know how good it's gonna feel to have a world where the Iranian people are allowed to actually do what they've always done, which is to contribute to world culture. Like we don't even know what we're missing. When we get that back, we're gonna be mad that we let it take this long.
Now that sounds very emotional, got the music behind it.
Yeah, I was moved.
Right, but then when you look at this, hold on. So Van Jones, right? You always got to follow the money. How much money did Van Jones get from Jeff Bezos?
And you saying Jeff Bezos what?
Hold on. Hold on 1 second. I'm looking up. Okay. So Jeff Bezos gave Van Jones $100 million, right? Now, Jeff Bezos is not Jewish, but he does a lot of business in Israel with the Jewish people. And I don't even know if I want to go down that path.
But what are you trying to say as far as Van? Like
he's just a paid activist. He's a paid activist.
Oh, okay.
You know what I'm saying? Like, so I was going to go down a whole rabbit hole and look up some of the things that Jeff Bezos aligns with. And if you give somebody $100 million, you're probably giving them money to align with the things that you're aligned with. So I was just going to go down a deep dive. I haven't done this before, but it probably would take too much time and I don't even know where it would go. But I just kind of wanted to bring people down. This is how I look up stuff. I know that Van Jones received a bunch of money from Jeff Bezos, right? $100 million, a lot of money. So what I do is I look up, okay, follow the money. What are the things that are important to Jeff Bezos? Why are these things important to Jeff Bezos? Okay, now let me see if that aligns with the very same things that Van Jones is pushing. So Van Jones is pushing this narrative on Iran that is not consistent with the videos that I've seen on Iran. But you don't see a lot of the videos that are showing that, hey, there's always been a large Jewish population or Christian population that has been able to live in Iran in peace. But all we hear about is what do they try to do? They make it seem like, oh, the women are oppressed. Everybody's oppressed. But then when you look at America, if you talk to most, Democrats and liberals and what Taraji P. Henson was saying before Donald Trump was running, you would say that, oh, shoot, half of Americans are being oppressed. Yeah, you get what I'm saying? So it's all very much narrative based and people put out these things. Nobody fact checks it. I've never been to Iran. Have you ever been to Iran? So we just assume based on the people that we like, okay, I liked Van Jones' take on CNN a couple days ago. So therefore, okay, I trust him. I believe what he's saying in regards to Iran. Oh, so now because Iran and the people, they may have certain issues that America also has, if you just pay attention to propaganda, that makes us care a little bit less about overthrowing their government, killing certain people there, destroying their nuclear facilities. You get what I'm saying? This is just kind of how my mind works with this stuff.
And when you said they gave him 100 M's, Who is Van Jones, first and foremost?
He's a political commentator. Hold on, I'll share the screen with you. Can you see the screen?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Jeff Bezos gave Van Jones $100 million in 2021 as part of his Courage and Civility Award, a philanthropic grant to support people working to create a more unified world. Bezos instructed Jones to use the funds as he wished, with Jones focusing on empowering communities and disrupting poverty through his organization. So Van Jones, yeah.
You got $100 million to do the shit that you do.
Yeah.
Damn.
Yeah.
Nobody in the chat with 100 M's.
And this is a guy that was crying when Joe Biden dropped out of the election. He was crying with something with Joe Biden. I forget. It's just they just put these suckers on TV, bro. And these are the people that then you got $100 million, bro. You could make a huge influence.
Yeah, he one of them guys that was in your office at that summit 2 days ago. You was at with that type of bread.
You give $100 million, bro. You're going to do everything that Jeff Bezos allowed. You work for Jeff Bezos. You work for Jeff Bezos. So when we talk about this is once again, he's just a paid protester. What do we think a political influencer is? You're a paid protester. We're protesters. We're just protesting maybe different things, but there's no difference.
Hamstack $100 million. And he told him to do what he pleases, and he doing the same shit we doing.
Yeah,
you align him for 100 M's.
Am I lying?
No. Are you in alignment with Jeff Bezos for 100 M's?
Nah, I'll turn it down. I'll take the money though.
Yeah, I'm about to say we can talk about this off air.
They're gonna call me a traitor.
You gonna run the play and then low key be running another play.
But I would never get offered. We would never get offered that $100 million, because think about it. You got to show and exhibit a certain type of behavior. This is the same thing with politicians, bro. They think that they can lie and compromise their way into certain positions, but just vote for me because once I get to that position, I'm going to change. No, you still owe the people that have been paying you. You still have to pay back those previous debts that you got paid for. So Van Jones had to already exhibit behavior. The question I'm asking is, what did Van Jones already do for Jeff Bezos to get the money? Forget what he's gonna do. What did he already do for Jeff Bezos to feel comfortable giving him $100 million? Who did he manipulate enough? How was he manipulating people enough for Jeff Bezos to just turn around and give him $100 million? That's where my mind goes.
You got to be doing some special shit, bro.
It's all an influence game. Look at this. We'll take a look at this last clip. Then we'll play that Drewski clip, and then we'll get up out of here. Actually, do we even? Yeah, it's on top.
Want people to see it.
Is this being shared? I can't see the other screen, Glay.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
All right. There was a picture that was below this tweet. Yeah, there it is. Look at that little rat-faced demon. Now go lie to your people.
God.
Here's your shekels. Take this check. 7,000 for you, 7,000 for you, 7,000 for you, 7,000 for you. Put the picture back up on the screen. If they're going to show their faces, I want people to see it. Now go lie to your people. Get out of here. Take this check and go lie to your people. Go start influencing your people. Get back on your social media platforms and influence these people to follow you as you lead them, as you drag them down the path to complete and total destruction and national annihilation. If the things that these people were doing were morally upright and largely globally people supported their efforts, they wouldn't have to pay anybody.
Glad.
But if these people won't follow you willingly down that path, browbeat them, shame them, dox them, trash them, gaslight them, slander them, defame them, drag their names through the mud, attach labels to them, discredit them, lie about them. And you're going to see this happening with a much larger cadre of these so-called influencers. The people that were in that room behind that rat-faced demon, they do not represent the totality of where that $3 million has been allocated. So you're going to see other influencers and you're going to notice that they're going to start shifting their positions. They're going to start changing. They're going to roll out the bimbos. They're going to roll out the people. There's Emily Austin, speaking of bimbos, front and center. Yeah. Send out the bimbo. And then you have 6 million simps and looking at Emily Austin. I gotta have more. I would like to her.
That's facts.
I better start listening to more of what Emily Austin has to say. And then they start molding and adapting their ideologies. They start changing their perspective. They're gaslit. They're propagandized on repeat over and over, no matter where they go. And there's going to be other influencers, as I said. By the way, wasn't Emily Austin the one that was in the bunker with Mike Huckabee right after the October 7th false flag? Hey, we're down here. We're posting on X. We're about to lose our lives. The hang glider people are coming back, but we have time to post on X. Here's me and Huckabee. Here we are, waiting to be killed by these evil Hamas people. They probably sent her down there with a rag so she could clean herself up afterwards. It'll just take 2 minutes. Go down there, take care of this guy. We really need him. It's very important. But anyway. No, if I'm right about Huckabee, that's not his flav anyways. He's more into boys and shekels and bombs. That's the Huckabee language. Boys and shekels and bombs. But yeah, in that picture, you see Emily Austin there, and that is signaling there's going to be a whole lot more of these people. And then there's going to be larger influencers who are going to be on that payroll, and they're going to start switching their positions, supporting these wars, the AI super surveillance state, the borderless globalist agenda, all of these military interventions and regime changes. There's nobody to stand in the gap. Charlie Kirk is gone now. Those recruiting tables are getting flooded with 18-year-olds at the TPUSA high school chapters. They're all going to go fight and die for Greenland and for Cuba and for Colombia. They're going to go fight and die for Lebanon, fight and die for Syria, fight and die for Venezuela and Mexico. Go propagandize your people. And so as these big influencers start switching and they start supporting all of these things, you're going to see smaller influencer accounts that will then start acting like chameleons to adapt to the new sets of circumstances that surround them because they want the approval. They want to garner the attention of their heroes with the blue check marks. They want to be retweeted. They want their status post liked, shared. So that's what's happening here, and it's all in Project Esther. It's coming to fruition right now, one check at a time. 7,000 for you, 7,000 for you, 7,000 for you.
Go ahead, Glay.
Damn. He was walking shit down.
Walking shit down.
He had no filter, bro. I don't know if I heard nobody go straight shooter. Headshot, no body shot. Fuck your armor vest, nigga.
And yeah, and I saw Maya wrote. We'll get Robert first. Shout out to Robert. Appreciate you, big bro. Thank you.
Shout out to Robert. Keeping the lights on.
Let me take this off the screen. It's globalist elites versus everyone else. We can make a difference supporting third-party candidates. RFK Jr. just gutted the childhood schedule, which is the most impactful good policy change I've seen in years. Yeah, there's some good stuff. Trump actually just did something as well. And this is, I also got to be careful just talking negative, but something with housing, but totally separate. The reason why I'm saying that, because I attached RFK Jr. I don't see him as a third party candidate anymore now that he's rocking with Trump. That was my guy. So yeah, we definitely got to figure out a way to support some of these other candidates and to just make it not this two-party system. But yeah. But it's funny. So Maya wrote, I wanted to comment on this. Maya wrote, I should have been pimping Dak out at the conference. Bro, I'll be totally honest with you, bro. Like what I was telling you, it's the same thing like with Maya. She always
hold on. Isn't that what Professor King says you can't say no more?
What?
I'll be totally honest.
Oh,
I didn't even recognize it, but you say it often now that I picked it up on accident.
Yeah. I think it's just a filler. So let me be totally honest, not halfway honest like I am typically with a lot of y'all niggas. Nah, let me. When it comes to these conferences, I don't really feel the need to talk to any of these people with a lot of money. I don't. Maya typically is like, oh, you should introduce yourself to him. You never know, he may be able to help. It may be, but I just don't believe it, bro. I just don't believe it. And maybe that's halfway. Maybe that's a lot of ego. Maybe it's whatever. I just feel like if I'm on the right path, then things will come my way. But I don't think that there's, how can I put it? All of these people with billions of dollars, bro. If people with billions of dollars wanted to bring about change, then they would just change stuff. Like, they're not interested. Yeah, they're not interested in, like, when people give you money, you work for them. You can't say everything that you wanted to say. Even if they give you money to speak out on this particular topic. Okay, you gave me money to speak. Oh, but I don't align with you on this topic. Oh, so you can't. It's just, bro, I just, honestly, now that I'm thinking about it, and oh, shoot, I just did it again. And honestly, now that I'm thinking about it, you didn't catch that one, so therefore you don't want that.
It was framed different.
Yeah, it was framed different. As I'm thinking about it more,
whatever happened to Samir?
Money, huh?
Yeah,
maybe we should just get rid of money.
Yeah.
What would happen if we just got rid of money? Then people would just do what they do, and it would operate on a barter system, right?
Yeah.
So maybe we should just get rid of money.
They're gonna put it on credit.
Get rid of credit, like just to get rid of it. I mean, you can have all types of credit. I get what you're saying, but
if you ain't got it, you ain't got it. You saying
like maybe we should just get rid of money.
You ain't got it. If you ain't got that full payment for that house, ain't no mortgage for you.
Because it gets back to really determining what value is.
Yeah.
Because money has had. I was thinking about this at the conference, where you get a lot of these successful people, and they've made a lot of money and stuff, and perhaps, well, I don't know if this is consistent, but this is another thing that I just think about. Like, over the last 100 years, the world has been going on. I don't know how long humans have been on this planet. I don't know. Let's say thousands of years humans have been here. Only in the last 100 could you be seen as cool being out of shape.
Mm-hmm.
Like, to a certain extent, you know what I'm saying? Like, we just value things differently in this last 100 years. Like, it used to be the warrior class. Like, you had to be able to protect by yourself, not just, well, I guess you could have always, I guess you could have always just hired people and you get it.
Yeah, you could have always had some hitters.
Yeah, so you could always have it. So I just look at it a little, yeah, but now I guess it's just easier. I'm not sure.
Yeah, you could have always had some hitters while you eating lobster tail. You got your hitters, bro. You ain't got to spend no more.
Yeah,
and if I'm not mistaken, I believe in certain cultures in Africa where they look at men that way, that are
with a belly.
A belly means a sign of, and I believe in the Middle East to some degree.
And that's why Africa is what it is. Getting exploited, getting extorted should be the dominant force in the world, and instead is the laughing stock. But no, I'm just go ahead.
Yeah,
no, I'm just joking around. But yeah. All right, Glay, you got box breathing. We agreed that we would go. We agreed that I would do one and then you would do the other. So you got today.
Where's the Drewski video so I can be weak?
This is, you're right. I did say the Drewski video. Hold on.
Because I feel like a couple people holding on to be weak.
Yeah, you're right. This is actually a funny video. You guys will enjoy this video. I promise you.
Finn says China too. It's like that for the weight. In India, a lot of places is like that.
Man.
But the Drewski,
man, go back to that jungle, man. All right, here we go.
And then we promise to let y'all go because it's almost been 3 hours. Yeah. We know y'all got to get to work. Y'all got goals this year.
Come on, Glay, the video on.
Nah, you got so many boxes open, bro. I can't even see shit.
Hold on, is it up? I don't even know if it's up. Oh, it's not even up.
Chris Brown, Todd Dollar Sign box.
That's you clicking. He's clicking the music. I'm like, yo, who's clicking this stuff? Like,
I wanted to get one more outro, nigga. You don't never do no outro.
Yeah,
you always do the intro.
All right. Hold on. Can you see it on the screen?
I can see it, but not if you. Yeah, there we go.
Nah. We gotta watch it on YouTube. I feel like hold on. The screen's not big enough. Hold on.
Oh, I made it a little bigger.
Hold on.
Damn, Glay, why you expose me laughing in the comments? You ain't shit for that.
What you mean?
You see me in the comments?
What comments?
On the academics. You see me with my emoji?
Oh, it's got all my. Hold on.
You out here exposing, cuz.
Hold on. All right, here we go. All right, here's the video.
Exposing my shit
without all the extraness. Hold on. Here we go.
That shit
It's
is
still.
Ready for the revolution?
Do you want a revolution? I'm gonna have Wanda stand up here. Wanda, please. Wanda told us earlier this month that she could not have a baby anymore. So I impregnated her with the word of God. I'm going to impregnate everyone with the word of God. You gonna get pregnant with the word of God. You gonna get pregnant with the word of God. You gonna get pregnant with the word of God. Impregnate. I had somebody in the congregation ask why I'm wearing Christian Dior and Christian Louboutins. Because I'm a Christian and I walk in the blood of Jesus. Give him some praise. I'm a Christian first and I walk in the blood of Jesus. Give him some praise. Give him some praise. So we are raising funds for a project in Zimbabwe. Yes, we are trying to get our congregation over in Africa. Amen. We wanted to raise $4 million for that. Amen. Hallelujah. That needs to appear today. We are not letting anyone leave until we reach our goal. Amen. Yeah. Hallelujah. Life savings here. Give him some praise for that. Give it his life savings up. Apostle Richie says, baby, can you help me? I said, can you help me? I said, can you help me? I'm gonna finish this word here, and I'm gonna do the Christian version. Don't worry about it. I'm gonna do the Christian version. I'm driving this Bentley Bentayga because I believe in Christ. Can you leap on your legs like a survivor? Can you leap on your legs till the money fall out your pockets?
Jesus, you are, Jesus, you are, Jesus, you are.
Still praise the Lord.
Hold on. I need you to pray for my wife. Hey, come on, man. Hey, get your hands off my car. You gave tithes and offering? No. Back the fuck up, man.
Yo, hands down, his funniest skit I've seen to date, bruh. That shit is hilarious. Yo, you pay your tithes and offerings? No. Get the fuck out of here then. What? Oh my gosh, bruh. That joint is hilarious, man. It's hilarious, bruh. And you notice how Drewski never uses high quality like cameras or none of that shit?
He doesn't?
No, he only through that. Drewski's clearly a multi-millionaire. He can hire all the people, he pays them, all that stuff. But look, they shoot it from a camera, from a cell phone.
This is all cell phone?
Yeah, like look at the quality.
I had somebody in the congregation
like that
ask why I'm wearing Christian
red camera.
Trying to get our congregation.
Yeah, you're right. It is kind of basic.
Amen.
It's basic
to raise
shit.
$4 million.
This one made
Amen. Baby, can you help me?
It's not glass. It's not water. It's some chill shit. He might have a Sony, but to be that big, it ain't like he pulls in like big
cinematic.
Huh?
It ain't cinematic.
Nah, he not pulling out no fucking red cameras or no fucking none of that shit. That nigga pulling out regular cams or cell phones. And I think that's intentional because I think that like for some reason it just kind of works. Because people are like somewhat have walls up against when it's too cinematic, they have an expectation of what it is. But he keeps his shit so street. It's like he got what it takes to like go like signed to a label, but he still want to give the streets mixtapes type energy. You know
I ain't
what I mean?
mad at it. So I don't watch a lot of Drewski, but that was hilarious.
That shit, man. I always gotta, and he's specifically provoking ideologies that exist in society intentionally to drive up the algorithm and get those conversations and et cetera, et cetera. There's no question that he did not sit down with his team and say, all right, we about to roll this thing out about the church and not no, he knew that it was going to get the response that it did, where it's been, from what I've seen, it's been split. Like some people feel like he's disrespecting God and he's being very offensive. And then the other group, even the people that are believers, are like, what y'all mean? He just highlighting this bullshit y'all got going on at the church. And then it's just been going back, forth, back, forth, back, forth. But one of the descriptions I saw, they said it's like comedy has always had a position in roles in society to punch up, not punch down. So they pick on the people who are, they believe, up. And so that's what I love what Drewski does. He don't go necessarily pick on, like he ain't gonna do, like he gonna punch everywhere. To me, Drewski gonna hit you with the Somalian fraud shit and then turn around, hit the church, then turn around, hit some country ass white boy who be living in the hood and then dress up like a white guy, that one white, like he gonna go everywhere. But like he's self-made. He ain't one of these Kevin Hart cats. He more of a Dave Chappelle energy. He's the new modern day Dave Chappelle, where and I think his brand has changed in the past couple years, where I felt like he stayed, like he just did the typical funny shit, like him and like just regular typical funny. Now he's going global with it. He is attacking. He don't care if you white, Jewish. He going there and he ain't got nobody to answer to. And that allows that freedom. So like you said, there's no lobbying with him at this point in time. So look at the freedom that he has to, I'm going to go holler at these Christians real quick. This is going to be a good one. This is going to get them going. He can do that. But like you said, if you collecting a check from a certain brand, AKA like a Kevin Hart, nah, you can't speak about LGBTQ because we need a public apology. You're going to lose sponsors, et cetera, et cetera. You can't be like Reebok and Rick Ross and say, Molly all in her drink. She ain't even know it. And then lose every sponsorship that you had that year. So it's just so much difference when you start to see how, when, like you've been saying this whole episode, like wherever the money at, they run it. So when you accept money, I don't care if it's $100 million, $10, $100, whatever it is, you got to understand you got to play by their rules. And the minute you don't, they let you know real quick about who really in charge. And that's when you start seeing sponsorship. So it's like, cool, we want sponsors and we may want that, but y'all niggas got to understand we ain't switching up for the bread. We're not switching up for that. That's the part that we enjoy the most. The minute we starting to have to do it the other shit way, it just it becomes like it's not really like what you really want to do for real.
I think that he's being extremely disrespectful to my Lord and Savior, and I don't like it. I don't like it. You don't make a mockery. And all these people that are saying that he's making a mockery of God, like, do they also feel that America has made a mockery of our commandments and colonizing all these people and Europeans and Israel and all this other stuff? Yeah, you can't make a mockery. You can't joke with God. You can't joke. Glenn turned off the camera, man. Let me stop messing with y'all. Let's get into this box breathing. Glenn, you got the box breathing, bro. Please, you do it in a quicker fashion, please. Thank you.
Golly, bro. You got it tomorrow, bro.
Yeah, I had it yesterday.
No, that's no. We didn't have that conversation about what was going on.
I thought we did.
I held it down for Monday and see how you don't kick the line back now.
And I did Tuesday.
No, we never had that's not in my contract, Joe Budden. That's not in my contract.
A paid activist now.
you did not say I had to close the show now. What's up, Professor King? All right, so man, thank you guys for the great show. Yeah, I mean, we got a lot of things, but breathing in it. Y'all know how this thing go, man. Close your eyes, open your hearts, and take a deep breath in. All right. If you're in a safe space, go ahead and close your eyes. Dak will. And if you're not, keep your hand on the strap. All right. Breathing in. Hold. Breathe out. All right. Hold. Breathe in. Hold. Breathe out. Hold. Breathe in. Hold. Out. All right, it's the last one. So take a deep breath, pull it all in, all those bad jujus, the bad energy. Breathe in. Hold it tight. All right, this is the last one. So you're going to do a push. You're going to really push it out. This is the last one. Then you're going to go attack your day and conquer the day. All right, and breathe out. All right. So you know what we're doing here. We like to elevate on purpose.
Let's go, Glay. Finish it all, Glay.
These are the things in my bag, you know. These are the things in my bag. So you know my bag. Yeah. So you know, he'll take it from there type shit.
Go ahead.
I don't know it, bro.
Just say it from your perspective.
I'm done.
Y'all, Glay done. Shout out to you, Glay. I appreciate the breath work. Definitely, that's something we need to focus on throughout the day. Y'all know we come here to do elevate on purpose, man. Let's be intentional. Let's raise our standards. Let's become better leaders, and let's continue to force ourselves to develop into the best that we can become so we can accomplish these amazing goals that we set for ourselves. Strength and honor, onward and upward. Strength and honor, onward and upward. All right. Let's get to that bag. What's the bag? That's all the things that we're going to focus on to make sure that we're on the proper trajectory as we're living in our purpose, striving for purposeful abundance. All right. So the things that are in my bag, they're going to help me get to what I like to call, or what we like to call, our personal legend, our impact on this world. So I'm focusing on peace, love, happiness, health, wealth, and in everything we do, integrity. And we add that balance in there in the pot as well. I know, Glay, perspective, right? We throwing that perspective in there as well. We got to add a lot of perspective and empathy. So let's win, man. Let's figure this thing out as we go. This has been dope for us. I think I enjoyed this show a lot. I enjoy every show, but that's not true. I enjoyed the show a lot. Let's leave it there. God, did we got any? I know we got some wise words. Shout out to Big Bro Steve. Do not act as if you were going to live 10,000 years. Death hangs over you. While you live, while it is in your power, be good. While you live, while it is in your power, be good. So that's the honorable, the most high. Well, not I don't want the honorable Marcus Aurelius. All right, we put him on the pedestal on this show. The greatest way to live with honor in this world is to be what we pretend to be. Socrates. That's interesting, bro. That's interesting. Big Bro Steve said, love this community and appreciate all the input and shared wisdom. I always learn something. Definitely the same over here. Let me see if we got anything else on there. I think we good. And y'all know how we finish off the shows. Quee sent those fire emojis. Shout out to AMJ. I see you over there, AMJ. Good to see you. Quee sent the fire emoji, so y'all know. That means we shall see y'all tomorrow, 8:02 a.m. And Glay clocked out. See y'all tomorrow.